Hello everyone, welcome to another modeling tutorial with Animansa Studios. In today's tutorial we want to model this gun right here. I do not know the name of this gun. If you know it, drop it in the comment section. Alright, let's start. So the first thing I'm gonna do here is to turn on my screencast key. Alright, so I will press N to pop up this panel, then go to screencast keys and then turn it on. Alright, so over here is my screencast key. Alright, so if you do not get what I'm saying, you can always follow along by looking up here to see the keys I'm pressing on my keyboard. Alright, so now let's press A to select everything and X to delete. Alright, the next thing we are going to do, just press numpad 1 to be in the front view, and now we want to bring in our reference image. Like I've always said, as a 3D artist, no matter how good you are, always work with a reference image. A 3D artist work best with reference images. So alright, let's start. So now the reference image I'm going to bring in is from Zero Bow Patreon. I want you to go there. I'm going to drop a link. Go there, download the image, and also sign up and become a member of Zero Bow Patreon. He's a nice guy, a good 3D artist. He models in Blender and texture them in Substance Painter. So support him, guys. Alright, let's go. So now you are going to press Shift A and go to image reference. Then let me look for where I save my own reference image. So I will go over here. Alright, here we have it. So now this is the reference image. Alright, so now we are going to bring it up a bit, GZ to move it up. Then I think let's turn this on. Let's turn the opacity, turn it on and keep it at something like 0.5. Alright, so now the next thing we are going to do is to move it along the y-axis, GY, to move it so that it would not get in the way of our model. Alright, so the next thing we can do here, in order for us not to mistakenly click on the reference image, let's make sure that we do not. So you come over here, turn this on, and then check this. Alright, so now be in the front view by pressing numpad 1. Then we are going to start with a cylinder. Alright, so now guys, let's bring in a cylinder. Shift A, mesh and cylinder. Alright, tap to go to edit mode, and then let's rotate it by 90 degrees, RY 90 to rotate it, and then S to scale, like so. As you can see, scale it a bit. So now G to move it to this end here. Alright, so now let's scale it down. Alright, move it like so. Alright, so something like this is fine. Then the next thing we are going to do is to press Z4 to be in the wireframe mode. Select these other vertices, then let's move it a bit like so. Alright, so now what you are going to do, press E to extrude and S to scale. Scale it outward like so, and then E again and X to move it along the X axis like so. Alright, so we have something like this. Then the next thing we are going to do, box select this side and GX to move it inward like so. Alright, so now let's see what we have here. Now press 3 to be in the first selection mode. Select this face and then press I to insert face like this, and then press E to extrude inward. Sorry, press E to extrude inward, and then X to delete that face. Alright, so now that we have something like this, let's delete this face here. We will not need this face, so X to delete face. Now let's bevel. Press 2 to be in the H selection mode, and then hold Shift and Alt. Select this edge, select this edge, select this edge, and I think we are going to select this inner edge. Hold shift and alt, select this inner edge, then Ctrl B to bevel like so. Alright, so now the next thing we are going to do, let's go to object mode and then shade smooth this. Alright, so let's start back to edit mode and then front view. So the next thing we are going to model here is, I think, this thing up here. Let's see what we can do with this thing up here. So we are going to select, let's pick a circle here. So be in the edge selection mode, hold shift and alt, select one of these circle, then shift D to duplicate like so and move it out, then P to separate it by selection, tap to object mode and then select this circle and tap back to edit mode, front view, and then let's move it, select it, make sure you select it, move it towards this side like this. Turn on the wireframe so that you can see what you're doing, then press 1 to be in the vertex mode. I think let's look at it this way and box select half of this and X to delete vertices. Alright, now the upper one there, let's look at it from the front view, take it up like so, move it out like so a bit. Alright, so now let's box select. We still have to delete this, I think this one here, no, this one here we still have to delete it, so X to delete vertices. Now box select everything and now let's scale it, SY, scale it like so, scale it like so. I think what we have here is fine. Alright, so let's select this and bring it down, make sure it's down, bring it down like so. Now let's select everything by pressing A, then E and X to move it like so. Alright, so now let's look at it from the solid view like so. Oh, we were supposed to fill in the face, but notwithstanding, let's be in the edge selection mode and press F to fill, and also alt shift and alt, select these other edges and F to fill. Now let's bring it out, isolate it and make sure that this side is not filled. Alright, so now let's select these edges. So hold shift and alt, select this, select this. Alright, they are selected, so Ctrl B, let's bevel it like so, tap to object mode and then let's auto shade smooth, or you can shade smooth this, right click and shade smooth. Alright, so we have something like this. Alright, this is fine. The next thing we are going to do is let's model this part here. So now select this, tap to edit mode and then we want to select this, hold shift and alt, select this and shift D to duplicate like so, bring it out, then P to separate, tap to object mode, select this and tap back to edit mode, then press A to select everything, look at it from the front view, then move it like so. Alright, now let's take it up, alright, press 1 to be in the vertex selection mode and let's be in the wireframe mode so that we can see what we are doing. So now move it down a bit like so, yeah. Alright, now we are going to select half of this. Let's see and be sure that we are selecting half. So half is from here like this. Select half of this, press 1 to be in the front view and then move it down, GZ to move it down like so. Alright, so now we have something like this. As you can see, let's move it here. All right, so the next thing we are going to do, we are going to press F to fill the face, then X to extrude like so. All right, like so. All right, so we are not going to, I think this face here, we are going to delete this face because from the front view this side is going to be inside. It's going to be inside, so we are going to delete this face. But before that, let's press A to select everything. As you can see, we are going to scale this out. So S and Y along the Y axis, scale it out a bit like so, as you can see. Then let's see, let's be in the face selection mode, select this face, and I think X to delete face. Then let's select this face here and bevel it. All right, like so. So let's smooth this. I think it's fine. So the next thing we are going to do here is we will come for this. Let's model this side. I think this side here is the same as this, so let's just bring this and shift D to duplicate and move it towards this direction here like so. Keep it here. All right, so over here we are going to fill this face and we are going to delete this face. Reason being that this face here is going to be inside while this other one is going to be outside. So let's do that right away. So press to be in the edit mode, and now let's select these faces. These edges are selected already, so press Control minus, let's select this face, Control plus, select this, Control plus, select this, and X to delete faces. All right, so now let's select this one, be in the H selection mode by pressing 2, hold Shift and Alt, select this H here and F to fill, then Control B to bevel it like so. All right, let's see what we have. All right, so the next thing we are going to do here is before we will come up for this, let's model this one here, this one right here. I think to do that we are going to select this right here and Shift D to duplicate, and then move it along this axis like so. Wait, why is it not moving? Let's delete it, select it again, and then Shift D to duplicate, and then X to move it along the X axis. All right, move it along the X axis. So now we are going to, let's turn on our wireframe mode and then scale this. We are going to scale it down, as you can see. Let's keep this at geometry, scale it down. As you can see, this other one here is a bit thinner than this one, so let's move it towards this axis like so. Take it up, I think something like this. Something like this is fine. All right, so let's make sure that the faces are deleted. So this face here, okay, there's no face here. Go tap to edit mode, select this face, press it to be in the face selection mode, select this face, then Control plus and X to delete face. All right, now let's see what we have. Be in the wireframe mode, and now let's see. So now we are going to press 1 to be in the vertex selection mode, and then select these vertices and move them inward like so. It's going to be inward like this. All right, so now let's see what we have here. This is what we have here. All right, so now let's The next thing we are going to model here is this microscope here. So to do that, let's tap to object mode, select this and shift D to duplicate and move it. Let's move it like so, move it like so, and then take it up. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Let's undo this and see what. Alright, take it up, GZ to take it up. Alright, turn on the wireframe, take it up, GZ, move it up, then move it towards the X axis like so. Oh, as you can see, I think this is a bit thinner, so we are going to scale it. So we are going to scale it, S to scale it a bit, then move it up like so, then move it like so. Alright, so we are going to press 1 to be in the vertex. Let's tap to edit mode and then press 1 to be in the vertex selection mode. Box select this side and move it backward like so, move it backward like so. So the next thing we are going to do here is, let's move it backwards a bit like so. The next thing we are going to do here is press E to extrude and S to scale it outwards a bit, then E again and X to extrude along the X axis like so. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Alright, so we are going to press again E and S to scale it inwards like so, then E and X to take it inward like so, then S to scale it like so, and then F to fill. Alright, so we can bevel this, Control B to bevel like so, just 3 bevel. Alright, so now let's be in the H selection mode. Press 2 to be in the H selection mode, then hold Shift and Alt, select this, sorry, hold Shift and Alt, select this, and then let's select these outer edges, and it's time for beveling. So Control B to bevel. Alright, so be in the wireframe mode, and then let's add some loop cut. So add a loop cut here, move it this way. Alright, add another loop cut and move it this way. Alright, so press 3 to be in the first selection mode, and let's box select these faces here. Alright, so what you are going to do now is to press E to extrude and Alt X to scale. Okay, no, let's undo this, box select everything here, and let's extrude. Click here for face, extrude along normals. So you are going to extrude it outward like so, Alright, so we have something like this. Alright, so we have this. So what you are going to do now, press 2 to be in the H selection mode. So hold Shift and Alt, select this H, Shift and Alt, select this H, and Control B to bevel. Give it 3 segments. Alright, so let's see what we have. We have something like this. Alright, we are making progress. So the next thing we are going to do now, let's bring in let's model this thing here. So we are going to bring in let's bring in a plane or a box. what should we? Okay, let's just bring in a cube. So let's bring in a cube. All right, scale it down. All right, tap to edit mode and then move it like so, and be in the wireframe mode. All right, so bring it down, scale it like so, box select this side and move it like so. I think we have something like this is fine. All right, so let's isolate this. So what we are going to do, okay, before the isolation, let's start back and see what we have here from this end here. All right, so we are going to select everything and scale it inward a bit. I think this is fine, and like this is fine. All right, this is fantastic. So now let's isolate this. Press 3 to be in the first selection mode. Select this top face, and also hold shift, select the bottom face, and X to delete faces. All right, press 2 to be in the edge selection mode. Hold shift, select this edge, while you are still holding shift, select this side and this side. Now let's bevel. Control B to bevel. Let's roll your mouse wheel to add more loops like so. All right, so we have something like this. Tap to object mode and then shade smooth it. All right, we have something like this. This is fantastic. So let's see what you have. Okay, we are making progress. So the next thing we are going to do here, we are going to model. I think this here is the same as this, so we will just shift D to duplicate and bring it down like so. All right, turn on your wireframe to see what you do. Okay, scale it a bit. Let's move this, scale it. All right, bring it down. Scale it a bit like so. Bring it down. All right, so press 1 to be in the tap to edit mode. Press 1 to be in the vertex selection mode. Box select this side and move it out like so. Box select this side and move it out like so. All right, so we have something like this. Let's see. Okay, we have something like this. I think this is fantastic. All right, so the next thing we are going to do here is, okay, now let's come to this one here. Let's model this. So let's see how we are going to do that. All right, so we are going to select this one here, tap to edit mode, and then 2 to be in the edge selection mode. All right, then we are going to select this edge, hold shift and alt, select this, and then shift D to duplicate and move it out, then P to separate, then tap back to object mode, select this one, tap back to edit mode, press A to select everything, and then let's move it here like so. All right, so what we can do here, I think we can let's press 1 to be in the vertex selection mode, and let's turn on our wireframe. Box select this and take it up like so, then box select this side and take it down like so. All right, so we have something like this. Then it's time to extrude. So we are going to extrude this. So box select everything, or you can press A to select everything, E for extrusion, and X to extrude along the X axis like so. Alright, so we have something like this. Alright, so now let's fill in these faces. So what we are going to do here is to press 2 to be in the edge selection mode, and then press this, hold shift and alt, select this and F to fill, and then do same for this side, hold shift and alt, select this and F to fill. Alright, as you can see, we are going to scale this. So press A to select everything and SY to scale it along the Y axis, like so. I think we are cool with this. Alright, we are cool with this. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do, let's see what next we are going to do, being the wireframe. So the next thing we are going to do here is, I think, let's bevel the faces. So select this face, press 1 to be in the press 3 to be in the face selection mode, select this face, hold shift, select this face, and then Ctrl B to bevel. Alright, let's look at it well and know what we are doing. Ctrl B to bevel. Let's decrease this to 3. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is let's turn on the wireframe and press 1 to be in the first selection mode. Alright, press 1 to be in the front view, 1 from your numpad key. Alright, so now we are going to add some loop cuts. So Ctrl R, we are in object mode, tap to go back to edit mode, then Ctrl R to add loop cuts. So this is the first loop cut here. It's going to take time, but let's do it. Add another one here, Ctrl R to add this. Alright, so now that we are done with this, we are going to be in the first selection mode, and we are going to select these faces here. You select this face here, select this, all control to select this. Let's see what you are doing. So select this face here, all control, select this, then turn over, all control, select this. Now select this face here, all control, select this, all control, select this. Okay, it's going to take time, just be patient. So all shift, select this one, all control, select here, and all control, select here. All shift, select this one, all control, select here, and all control, select here. Alright, alright, so now that we are done selecting these faces here, so the next thing we are going to do is to let's look at it from this angle, like so. So come to where we have face, click on it, go to extrude faces along normal, click on it. So now we are going to extrude it inwards, take it in, not too in, a bit, like so. I think this is fine. Alright, so this is fine. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do, tap and go to object mode. Let's add a subdivision modifier. So select this, come over here and click on this generate subdivision surface and add a subdivision. Let's add two. Tap back to edit mode, and then let's smooth this. Tap to edit mode. Then what we can do here is let's add a loop cut here like so and take it up. Alright, before we do that, let's undo this. Let's add a loop cut here like so, then add another loop cut here like so. So now while this one is selected, hold shift and alt and select this one. So now we are going to press GG to take up like so. Let's look at our reference image to see what we are doing. And let's hide this and look at the reference image. Alright, okay, let's unhide it, or H to unhide. Alright, so we are going to take it up a bit, so double G to move it up. Alright, like so. I think we have gotten it. Alright, so that's that for that. Then the next thing we are going to do here is let's apply this subdivision modifier. Okay, after applying, tap back to edit mode. You are going to see all this. So what we are going to do is to dissolve some of these edges. Let's dissolve some of the edges. So hold shift and alt and select some of the edges. We are going to dissolve them because to us they have no use. So with this, press X, go to dissolve edges and dissolve. Let's see and make sure that it does not affect our mesh. Alright, it doesn't. So let's come over here and dissolve this side. So hold shift and alt, select this and probably this. So dissolve this one as well. Then let's dissolve this one. So hold shift and alt, select this and this. Let's see if we dissolve what will happen. Okay, nothing happens. So hold shift and alt, select this. Alright, so X to dissolve all this, and let's see what we have. Alright, our mesh is still good. Alright, so now let's move to the next one. So we are done with that. The next thing we want to do here is to let's see, I think let's make this one here. So we are going to this one here, we will get it from here. So select this one right here, tap to edit mode, and then let's see. So this is already selected. So hold shift and alt, select this and shift D to duplicate like so and move it out. So P to separate, and then tap to object mode, select this one, tap back to edit mode and press A to select everything. Alright, so let's move it this way like so. Turn on the wireframe, then press 1 to be in the vertex selection mode, and then let's box select these top vertices and move it up like so. Box select the bottom vertices and move it down like so, I think. Alright, let's move it up a bit. Alright, so A to select everything and move it this way. Alright, so now while everything is selected, press E to extrude along the x-axis like so. So we have something like this. So now let's see what we have. So we are going to press 2 to be in the H selection mode. Select this, hold shift and alt, select this one here and F to fill. Alright, then I've forgotten something. I think we'll come back here. Let's go back to this. Tap, let's isolate it, tap to edit mode, and let's see this behind this. So what we are going to do, select this and tap to vertex selection mode, select this and then Ctrl plus to select this, and then probably let's select this like this, and X to delete. Let's delete this off. Alright, we will come back to this. So let's select this one as well, Ctrl plus and X to delete this. Alright, so press 2 to be in the H selection mode, and then hold shift and alt, select this H here. Let's make sure that is the first H we are selecting. Alright, so now press F to fill. Alright, F to fill, and I think we can, let's dissolve this edge since we are going to bevel. So let's do this. Let's hold shift and alt, select this one here, select this one here, and dissolve edges. Alright, let's do same for this side. So this one here, we are going to hold shift and alt, select these faces and F to fill, then select this, hold shift and alt, select these edges, select this, and then dissolve them. Alright, so now press 3 to be in the first selection mode, select this face here and move on, hold shift, select this face here. So it's time for beveling. Alright, let's Ctrl B to bevel it like so. Alright, so we have it. Okay, now let's select this one, tap back to edit mode, and alright, let's hold shift and alt, select this. Okay, press 2 to be in the H selection mode, select this H, hold shift and alt, select this H and F to fill. Alright, now be in the first selection mode, select this face and then hold shift, select this face here, and then let's Ctrl B to bevel like so. Alright, A to select everything, and then let's scale it towards the Y axis, SY to scale it out like so. I think it's fantastic. Alright, let's just smooth this. Okay, so let's see what we have here. The next thing we want to model here is I think this side here. So now let's select, let me look at the reference. Alright, so let me select this, tap back to edit mode, and now let's select, hold shift, make sure you're in the H selection mode, press 2 to be in the H selection mode, hold shift and alt, and then select this. Yes, let's select this H here. No, that's not the H we want to select. So let's hold shift and alt, select this H here. Yes, should we? Okay, then shift D to duplicate, move it out, and then let's B to separate, select it and tap back. Alright, now press A to select everything, move it back like so, move it inward, and turn on the wireframe, scale it inward, be inward like so. Alright, so now let's extrude this. So E and X to extrude it somewhere here. All right, then what next? All right, the next thing we are going to do, press E and S to scale it up, like so, and then E and X to extrude this way. All right, so let's press 1 to be in the vertex selection mode. Box select the bottom vertices and then Z to move it down, like so. Move it down like so. All right, so let's see what we have. I think we can box select this and move it out a bit. Move it out like so. All right, so let's see what we have here. I think let's press F to fill this face here. Now 2 to be in the H selection mode. All right, select this, hold shift and alt, select this H, and it's time to bevel. Control B to bevel. Before we do that, let's see what we have. Okay, so Control B to bevel. All right, like so, and then she smooth it. All right, so let's be sure that we do not have a face here inside. Okay, there's no face inside. All right, so the next thing we are going to model here is I think let's see what we are going to model. Let's model this one here. Let's model this one. All right, so we are going to bring in a select this. Let's bring our cursor to this place here, and then bring in a cube. All right, scale it down. All right, tap to edit mode and scale it down the more. All right, so now turn on the wireframe. Okay, so G4 to be in the wireframe, and let's select this, move it like so, select this, move it like so. I think it's going to be here. All right, so box select this top and move it down like so. All right, box select this bottom, move it down here like so. All right, so now the next thing we are going to do is to press E and extrude it down like so, and then let's press E again to extrude it down like so. So box select this, bring it down like so. Now let's look at it from the side view and be sure that the box we have here, I think let's look at the reference image again and see what we have. Okay, is inside of this. Okay, so I think what we have here is a bit, and let's scale it a bit outward like so. All right, then we can select this one, scale it outwards a bit also. All right, let me see what we have here. Okay, so select this one again, tap to edit mode and then front view, and then turn on your wireframe mode. Alright, so what next? We are going to add a loop cut here, bring it here like so. Alright, then you select this and move it G to move like so. Let's select this and move it this way. Select this, move it this way. Alright, so press 3 to be in the first selection mode. Select these faces here. Select these faces here and this one here with this one, then X to delete faces. We do not need them. Okay, so you are going to press to be in the edge selection mode. Select this edge, hold shift, select this edge and F to fill. Let's see what we are doing. Turn on the wireframe. So this is what we have here. I think this one too is meant to go. So let's be in the first selection mode again. Select this one. Select this and this, then delete faces. Then can select this, hold shift, select this, F to fill. Then select this one here, hold shift, select this one and F to fill. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do, let's see what next. We are going to add loop cuts. Ctrl R to bring in a loop cut. It's going to take time too, but just be patient. Add a loop cut here, add another one here. Okay, this, hold shift and alt, select this, move it. Alright, hold shift and alt, select this, double press G to move it like so. Alright, add another loop cut. Alright, so now press 3 to be in the first selection mode. Select this face here. Let's see what we have. Select this face, this one. Let's be sure that we are selecting the correct one. Alright, so hold shift, select this, this and this. Alright, let's do same for this side here. So select this, this and this. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do, come to where we have face, click on it, go to extrude along normals, then extrude it inward like so. Alright, so we have something like this. So we are going to bevel it. I think it's time to bevel. Yes, it's time to bevel it. So now tap to object mode and then let's add a bevel. Sorry, not bevel, subdivision. So increase the segment to 2, the level to 2. So now let's shade smoothen this, tap back and then add a loop cut here. And move it down like so. I want to be sure. Okay, yes, it goes round. Right, add another one here like so. Alright, so we are going to add another loop cut here and move it like so. Then add another one here, move it like so. Add another one here, move it like so. Then another loop cut here, move it. I think let me undo this. Let me add a loop cut here first, move it up, then add another one here, move it down. Alright, I do not like the way this place is. Let me see if I can bevel this. If I bevel this, no. Let's see what we can do there. I do not want let me see. Let me bring the face selection mode, select this face and then select this face. Let me see what I can do here. Control B to bevel. Let me see. To bevel it, how does it look? Does it make sense? No. So let me just add a loop cut here and see what happens. So I'm adding a loop cut here. Let's see what happens there. Okay. All right. So let me select this edge here. Being the edge selection mode, select this edge here, and then take it up. And see what happens. Okay, I think I will just leave it like this. Okay, so the next thing we are going to model here is let's model. Before we do so, I think let me add a loop cut here in the center, right in the center of this. Let me add loop cuts. To bring out the sharpness, because this is supposed to be a metal. Alright, so with this, let me see what we have. I think this is fantastic. Alright, so now let's model, I think, the trigger. Let's see what we are going to do. Alright, before the trigger, let's model this handle here. So this handle, I think I am supposed to bring in a box. Let me bring in a cube. So match, let me put this here, the cursor here, and match cube, scale it down. Alright, then tap to go to edit mode, and then this. Alright, okay, so let me take it up a bit and move it this way. So box select this. Before I do that, let me see what I have first. Let me see the size. So I will scale it down a bit. I will scale it down a bit, and this happens to be, I think, let me move it a bit this direction. Okay, let me see and be sure that everything goes well. So let me move it a bit again towards this direction. Okay, let me see and make sure that it's in the center of it. Okay. Alright, I think this should be in the center now. Alright, so now let's go to edit mode and then wireframe. So box select this, move this one here, right here. Alright, so box select this, move this one right here, and move this one right here, like so. Then bring it down like so. Okay. Alright, so let's just do this. We are almost done with the modeling. Alright, I think the next thing I will do here is let me add a loop cut here, take it here, add another loop cut here, add another one here, bring it here, and again let me add another one here, add another one here, and then another one here. Okay, now I'm going to select this one here, Hold Shift, select this one here, Hold Shift, select this one here, then I will move them in like so. I'll move them in just like so. Okay, let me be sure that everywhere is good. Then let me bring this out and delete this top face because we do not need it. Alright, take it back again. Then alright, so now let's add a subdivision modifier to this and see what happens. Okay, increase the level to 2 and shade smooth this. Let's go back and see what we have. Alright, so we select this, select this, this, and this, move it inward, then select this, move outward. Let me see. Let me see what we have here. Alright, so let me add a loop cut here like so, and I think I can add another loop cut here like so, and just to be sure that we are good. Alright, let me increase the level of this to 3 to look a bit smoother. Alright, I think this is fantastic. So we are done with this. So let's select this, select everything and scale it, then move it. Alright, okay, we are through with this. So now the trigger, we are going to model the trigger. So now this one here, I think we are going to use a plane. So let's just bring the cursor here and then bring in a plane, right? Let's bring in a plane. Let's bring in a plane, rotate it by 90, scale it down, tap to edit mode, turn on the wireframe and move it like so. Alright, let's box select this, move it up, inward, select this, move it this way, and then move this one this way. Box select, move it down, move it like so. Then add loop cuts here, move this one up, add another loop cut, move this one, alright. So with what we have here, let me see whether is in the center. Okay, is in the center of it. So what we are going to do, let's add a solidify modifier. So solidify modifier, the offset should be 0. Alright, now let's increase this, and let's increase this like so. Alright, so let's apply this and then shade smooth. No, let's shade smooth it, bring it out, delete these faces. Alright, then be in the edge selection mode, Alt Shift and Alt, select this, select this, then let's bevel this. Alright, okay, we are done with that. Let's look at the next one. The next one, I think we should also bring in a plane. So shift plane, rotate it by 90 degrees and scale it. Alright, scale it. So we are going to bring this plane here, move this plane like so. I will scale it like so, take it up, alright. So let's select this, move it like so. Alright, let's select this, be in the edge selection mode, select this edge and extrude it like so. Alright, select this and move it, move it like so. Add a loop cut here, select this, move it, then extrude this one up like so, and then move it Alright, I think we have something like this. I might want to change this part, so select this, Ctrl Shift B to bevel this like so, bevel it like so. Alright, so I think let me go with this. So now let's see what we have, and be sure it's in the center. Okay, it's in the center. So what you are going to do is to add a solidify modifier. The offset should be 0, and then let's increase this thickness. Alright, so let's select this one and make it a bit thinner. Alright, so with this, now let's apply this. Tap back to edit modes, and then be in the edge selection mode. Let's hold shift and alt, select these edges here. I want us to bevel. Alright, so now let's bevel this. Ctrl B to bevel. Alright, so now be in the first selection mode, select this face and delete faces. So guys, I think we are through with this. So should smoothen this. Alright, so we can now come over here to where we have our reference image, and then hide our reference image. Alright, so now let's see what we have. Alright, so we are through with the gun modeling. We are going to join everything. So before we do that, so let's apply our subdivision. Select this one, apply, select this one, apply. Alright, so now press A to select everything and Ctrl J to join. Now we are going to add weighted normals. So add modifier, go to modifiers, normals, weighted normals, add it, then apply. Alright guys, so this is our gun. I do not know the name of this gun. Please, if you know, drop the name in the comment section there. Alright, so if you enjoy